Hello, it's Manchán Magan. My name is Manchán Magan. And last year I did a project, réamh-thaifeadtha, our title C Tamagotchi. Ig bailú focal farige fud hosta ihar na hÉireann. So all along the western coastline of Ireland, well, particularly in Donegal, in Mayo, in Galway, I collected coastal words and sea terms from fishermen and folklorists and people who were keeping the old knowledge alive. Agus mhór an nóir dom é búla le John Twin McNamara Ilan Acla. Like one of my greatest treats and honours was meeting up with John Twin McNamara, who's been so pivotal in Scoil Acla for so long. But for me, it wasn't really the Scoil Acla or any of his musical abilities or triumphs that I was interested in, but it was coastal words. And golly, did he give me so many gorgeous coastal words that are still in Acla. Agus sé sean rud atá fear táchtach agus pránach fuil an Acra. Tá focail fós bio gaint agus gligne agus agnach agus green in the dina. Go bhfuil a fear lochfar. So in Achill still has many rare, insightful, evocative and beautiful coastal and sea words in the minds and on the lips of people that need to be collected, that need to be gathered. And of course, John Twin McNamara has made it his life's work for so long to do this. Just after this, I'm going to present 4 of the words that John gave me. We made little videos of them. A little video for the word row, which he'll explain, for ochin viel woord, which he'll explain, for mwelon, which he'll explain, and for bro, or as he pronounces it, bruff. So he will give an explanation of those. But on my website, which is manchan.com, you'll find so many other gorgeous words that he gave me. Focail nos strani, the whistling or the murmuring of the sea in a cove when the water rushes in and gets pulled out. As he says, ochin strani on Achill Head is a good example, or gobán strani. He also talks of gwei, and he says gwei is not the wind mostly, particularly in Mayo place names, it's an inlet or an estuary. Mainly in Mayo and Donegal, this meaning is there, as in gwei soile or gwei dord. He'll explain ochin to you gralach, which has nothing to do with the sea, but was such a gorgeous description. A place where the cattle would go under the mountain, and they would have churned it up, and it would be muddy and sort of full of mud pools and muck. Was the gralach. It also means mire or puddly ground or slush or a quagmire. On manchan.com, you'll find John Twin McNamara also talking about sea rods, the sea rods. Agus an slígu sáideach na slotty marisho and famanach seo in the gunny, the way that these sea rods were used instead of rifles for rifle practice long ago during the War of Independence. He also talks about muim, a shallow or an area where the rocks are near the surface. And he talks about the boil, and she gedech iskuri, fado, givech na pshati agus an bradánacha agus berach siide na carigracha, the way that the fishermen long ago used to boil potatoes and salmon on the rocks. And just a beautiful taste of it. Like John Twin, as in so many people in Achill, still have a knowledge of when shark fishing was still practiced there by currach and canoe. They know the names of every place, of every field. They know the lore that was going there, and it's vital that we now all work together and collect it. Focail no scruffog or scruffog, John Twin would pronounce it. The waves under the sea are out from the coast at coarse white horses, which might possibly come from the word scoch, like a rocky ridge extending into the sea. Anyway, Palan focail go hug John Twin dom manachan.com. Agus feice sibse inis cera jaar scanán a dhéanme le cuid dus na focail a thug John Twin dom. Tám se fíorhaich as John Twin, ach go maith as éireacht agus muinte na háite in Acla go bhfuil tréan iireacht a dhéanamh an sean ólas seo a chéamh. So I'm so grateful to John Twin, but also to the people of Achill who have been so aware of their rich heritage and culture and have gone to such efforts to save it, not only for the people of Achill, but for all of us. Manchán Magan, Mavila Wechas. Slán.
An ró sin an rud Sin nílas agam cén litróir tá sin. Agus áit bhín a gobú amach mar sin.
Right. So row is this piece sticking out, a bit of rock sticking out.
It's a kind of it wouldn't be a rock, it'd be land as well, you know.
All right.
It'd be like Roan or Goppel, where a green area, it's over there on Minnow Cliffs, where horses would graze, you know.
Yeah.
Roan or Goppel. Agus tá áit muon sin Roan or Corach, ní hiigim céir das Corach an. Roan or Corach.
Yeah.
Agus Ro sin an rud áit a gobú amach.
Yeah, no.
It's gobé, you know.
Take him. Yeah, row.
Beidir go níos móna tá gob níos cúna, you know, níos cúna.
Sure.
Ro, yeah. Bruth, B-R-U-T-H, but here you say bruff.
Huh.
It's like S-R-U-T-H.
Struff.
Shruff.
Narira, struff.
Oh, aye, shruff. Shruffle, the shruffle. S-R-U-T-H-A-L-L.
Sin Awani Negan.
Yeah, tá sé ar a wheel.
Oh, go on.
Over the shruffle.
Struffle, great.
The shruffle.
Oh, yeah.
Shruff. Agus sin bruff. B-R-U-T-H. Nupsurge.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Surge.
Ha.
Bruff.
Na couple ball. Well, no, ní ha. Ach, dír an áit got dagan an town.
Áit bhfuil tannaí an, bhfuil
Sure.
agus tá áit an sin carige bruffa mór. Carige bruffa mór.
Of the big swell or
of the big
that's
surge.
Surge, yeah.
Yeah, carige bruffa mór. High and dry on a muile. Muile an sin carrig, hagans, well, úrintí tagan si go bar na farige, dúgin tú, ach bín si faoin isce, dúgin tú.
Oh, yeah, so it's
Úrintá, agus úrintá, bín si os ceann na farige, you know.
Sure.
Muile.
Muelon.
Muil Jordan Misha. Muil Jordan Shifsha.
Oh, yeah,
Muil, Tato Muil.
Oh, ní dar fásta go tú Muil? No,
Muil.
Ah, yeah, Muil. So Muil or Muilon?
Muilon, yeah.
It's a rock that's mostly submerged by the sea.
Yes,
right.
And then you have to know where it is. You could, with the boat, you see, or you're up on top of it. High and dry on a muilon. That's an old expression.
How can we ever get to grips with the myriad place names along the coastline? And where do they all come from? I asked John Twin of Acla where he got his great store.
Oh, well, I got those from, they were common to my grandfather and everybody who was on the hills. See, my grandfather was a shepherd and we kept sheep on the hills and then cattle as well. So wherever the cattle were, they were in certain places. So that's why all these place names, there's no English name for them. There's every little Lugan in Ireland, the place names are there.
I noticed a place name which I thought had the word Meal Moor in it. Meal Moor means a whale, and John Twin agreed.
Tá óithia an sin ar a doctor óithín atá óithín bhíl mhór.
An Meal Moor?
Míl mór se agus an fá a doctor sin nuair a bhín se gara mar atá inis. Bhín se cosúil tagan an airg isteach agus an sin. Sús cosúil Milmo, Sheju, Shine.
He tells me the name Ochín Bhíl Mhór, the little cove of the whale, comes from a hole in the rock where water spurts out, just like a whale's blowhole. So if you have like a cove called the cove of the whale,
Yeah.
people will just think a dead whale went into it or something, but to know that it's actually to do
It's
with...
absolutely, you wouldn't know except it's actually to do, you won't see it on a calm day, but when it's rough like that, you'll see this.
the spurt of the water
Yeah,
up and
that's
out,
it,
like from a whale's back.
Yeah,
or
exactly, yes, that's it.